Can be playing around these fucking world call me nigga, but my real name is Ma. Break it down. I am a chronicle, anointed man of God. The world call me nigga, but my real name is Ma. I am a chronicle, anointed man of God. The world call me nigga, but my real name is Ma. I am a chronicle, anointed man of God. The world call me nigga, but my real name is Ma. I am.
All right, man, listen, I'm going to put a whole disclaimer on this right here because this is going to be hot. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be intense. But it is in the timeline and inside of the subject and on the last part of our introduction of the granddaddy and the plantation. Now, understand this, man. The granddaddy ended in a horrible way. His life ended in a horrible way. He had a great life, but he died a horrible way. And it's all the granddaddies had different ways they went out. But if you researched it, you know, at the latter part of their life, it was just not as good because they got old or something happened. But this particular situation, my young brother and my young sister, if you understand what I'm coming from, light up and listen about this because this is going to be deep. Keep your swipe in your pants and you can make the world dance. If you don't have swipe control, your life can be out of control. Out of control? Yes, it could be out of your control and in control of somebody else's hands, especially on the plantation. Like if you're on the plantation, man, even if a dude and your girl get together, like on some Jay-Z and Nas baby mama, old school baby mama situation. Like, even if that happened, you know, you could be a bigger person, let that go. You know, especially if she get with the master. It's like, you know, she get off and get into an interracial or something like that. You know. But in revenge, you know, trying to get back at this girl, you know, you might make something pop off. Don't let another life pop off. You know, then folk could get in their feelings. And you'll never know what happens when a person get in their feelings. So we doing plantation life, right? Boom. Okay, cool. So what we finna get into is what happens when the master got in his feelings. What you mean got in his feelings? Okay, cool. Now I showed you last part exactly what was going on with the slave master's wife. And the granddad, she wanted some of that wood. Bottom line. She wanted some of that wood, boy. It must have been good, too. Because not only did she get pregnant, but she had the baby. And he would hit her the whole 9 months. Now, it doesn't matter that the girl that the granddaddy liked worked at the house and she didn't really fuck with him and she lived with the master and she slept with him every night. There was nothing he could do about that. Nor did the master even think about that when he was in his feelings. The only thing he was thinking about was that this nigga done. It's hard for some folk to imagine what you know, you with they girl bent over. Cause they don't, especially they don't see what you're doing. It's hard for them to imagine it. And that's just a real issue. So you gotta learn to keep your swipe in your pants. Now we talking about now let me put some respect on this. Because we going down the timeline back to us. And I'm going to show you how this all connected at the end. But it's Black History Month. So I'm digging in deep. Like that. Like Gino Genesis, I'm going to soak you a little bit with this information. It's going to be hot too. Now listen. We studying the great granddaddy. Because before the great granddaddy, it was slavery. It wasn't nobody. It's no record of that in America. And before that, it was mob. And I mean, there's plenty of history on mob, but it's a blackout between mob and slavery. Like Anyway, check it out. Now, what we're finna go into now is when the granddaddy was on the plantation and the master found out that he had a baby. All right, now this lady right here, this the girl that the granddaddy really liked. She that like the head house lady, you know what I'm saying? She got a nice dress on and everything, got a nice little afro. She was cute. But she was trying to plead for granddaddy too, but he wasn't trying to hear it.
He's satisfied?
I don't know.
He didn't mean nothing bad. Please, Hammond, don't do it.
Don't you tell me what to do. Don't you think you get in my bed, you're anything but a nigga. Now get out of my way.
I gotta plug in. He ain't studying all that. There you go. He got the bad leg. Let me stop talking shit. Now notice, y'all saw my cameo. I told you at the beginning of all of this, what did Matt tell you? I'm the grown man and I'm the child. I'm the Alpha Omega in this shit. Right? So, I'm the child. I'm the witness. You know, I took that job from this group of people called the Watchers, but that's a whole nother group. I'm the witness. I'm watching this, right? This shit was about to go on. We saw everything. They know it's about to be fire. They didn't. Let me just fast forward. He go get granddaddy, bam. He tell granddaddy to build that fire. Now, all I'm saying is, granddaddy been in this pot before. Look at this fire. Now the question is, what you think going through granddaddy's head right now? What you think going through his head? Because he followed all the rules at the time that they were placed before him correctly. He followed everybody that was the master over him. The laws of confusion must be in control. They gotta be in control. Alright. Check out this fire. Man.
That's enough.
Alright.
Get in.
Oh, shit. Do y'all see how he looking at this shit? Hey, look, nigga. For all y'all niggas to do Grand Theft Auto and play video games, but it's about to be a murder, nigga. Oh, they about to go for granddaddy up. Oh, shit. Let's go.
Get in.
No, Massa.
God damn, get in there!
Massa Hammond. You can't know. Don't know what happened. You know I never do nothing again, you Massa.
He mean that. But
I always respect you.
again, remember, like Michael Jackson say, these are not good people. The feeling's not always miserable. Nigga is mad at your ass. Alright, now for the second not starting on Race Wire, I'm gonna go just right past all this bad acting and get to the point. He was talking that shit and nigga shot his ass and
Wait!
this is how the great granddaddy in cyberspace that you didn't know but had to know about before we could tell you about the great granddad went out, nigga. Damn. Oh, yeah. Nah, man. Men play that's when there to do none of that shit, man. One more time. Let me show you. Nigga, this is how granddaddy left out of here. Yeah, it was motherfucking brutal. Hey, stay your ass out the motherfucker. Go find water, bro. Shit brutal in there. They got sharks, and people don't give a fuck about you. You gotta stay up out of jail. You gotta stay up out of that hot water because they don't give a fuck. Oh, God. Yeah. Maybe you're starting to see where I'm coming from with this. But we right. It's Black History Month. We're talking about some deep shit. We're talking about the granddaddy. The great granddaddy. Well, we just wrapped him up. But I told you about the seeds he planted. And I also told you about each generation has its own champion. So, on our next segment, because we got some specials I'm going to throw in here, I'm going to have the champion of the great-granddaddy's generation. The great-granddaddy's generation, if you want to mark them on your calendar, are the ones that built the Black Wall Street. Those actual generation of people. Like, if you hear somebody be like, oh, man, in Lake Lanier, there's a town up under there. Right. But up under that particular town and the people and all the stuff that's down there still was the great-granddaddy's work. Like, he must have been doing a good job. They flooded them out because that was the whole mission, like, flood them or burn them out. Because they was booming. They was getting money. But that's another story, too. We'll get into that. That's later up the timeline. But right now, we Black History. We just wrapped up the great-granddaddy, the Mandingo Royal Hustle. An import to the plantation, a valuable asset, paid top dollar for him. Yeah, we just went through that. This the Mac, man. It's chilling. No. We had to put your coat on, man. And like went up for that. I mean, this gonna happen a couple or a lot of more times on our journey, but somewhere in here, I guarantee God gonna show us what the great stuff is. Because, I mean, you see where it's coming from. One.